Sometimes, being sadhaks, we might wonder that we don't have enough support around us, or we might be born in a family which do not have much spiritual values, or your spouse may not have that much spiritual interest. So this is a common thing, and then people tend to feel like maybe just the way they live, the way others people, most other non-spiritually inclined people live, may be a better path. So there is a story from Buddha's life which Swami Ramtirtha tells us about. So in this story that Swami Ramtirtha says, Buddha is on his alms round seeking bhiksha. The generally monks and sadhus, even before Buddha's time, this has been a tradition that for their basic needs they depend on others, grihasthas especially. So similarly, he was going around begging alms. And this actually should be a sign of inspiration for grihasthas. But many times what happens, like many people look down upon, people who are asking for such alms. So similarly, he was walking and he happened to come across the kingdom which belonged to his father, where he himself grew up as a prince. So there his father hears of it and he's a bit sad. And he comes out and he talks to Buddha and tells, my son, what has become of you? None of us in our whole ancestors ever begged. Nor, of course, anybody sought to this kind of life that you are now seeking. So change your ways. You are a prince. Live like a prince. Don't beg for food. And of course, this is the way the world tells all of us, right? That why you have to live in such ways, why you want to spend your time doing yoga, meditation, or other spiritual studies, the study of scriptures. It's all a waste of time. Be practical, do something productive. So similarly there, Buddha, however, being a realized person, he responded and said that it is true that I was born to your family and that I have your so-called DNA or genes. But I had spiritual samskaras, those spiritual genes in me, and they awakened in time and brought me back to the path. So many lives I have lived seeking the spiritual quest, and so many lives you have lived seeking material quest. So you are naturally drawn to that kind of life. And I'm drawn to this life and I want to make the most of it. And so this is what he says, that there are two paths crossing. And so when those two paths cross, we meet for a while. But then I go on my way and you go on your way. And unfortunately, that the way that the king, his father, and those who are in the material life seek, it's a long way. Many more life you have to go through suffering. Many more lives you have to be born. And that is the way of ignorance. And this is also what the Lord tells Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Bahuni me vyatithani janmani tavacharjuna. Tanyaham vetta sarvani natvam vetta parantapa. Many lives we were born together, Arjuna. I know of all of them, but you have forgotten them all. So we think that this is the only life, but so many lives we have gone through, and in this life, the spiritual inclination that has come to us, we have to make the most of it. We have to work towards that moksha, that highest liberation, that freedom from all suffering, nirvana, as Buddha put it, cessation of all suffering.